Let me get adjusted. Y'all see I got my flowers over here. I had them last time, but you really couldn't see them. And I got my little mug. Cause yeah, I be getting cotton mouth. But oh, my hair wasn't done. But I was working on these wigs. I'm dropping nothing but 6x6 wigs. What I mean by that, for the people that really don't know that much about wigs, I mean 6x6 lace closure wigs. So they're gonna reach from the outer corner of your eyebrows. So a frontal reaches ear to ear, but they also make 7x7s. I also seen a 8x8. I wonder how true that is. That'll probably like fit exactly, so you won't have to cut the ear tabs. But I have done some wigs on people where it did fit perfectly without me having to cut the ear tabs. I guess it was just their head shape and the way they made the wig. I don't know, but I haven't really seen people with 8x8s, so I don't know. But But anyways, I'm dropping nothing but 6x6s because that's all that I wear. I used to be a frontal girl, but I had to let the frontals go. So, but I like the versatility, and then I like being able to throw it on, throw it off, and y'all see it. And they're all going to be 30 inches or 40 inches. So it's already people on the mailing list and the SMS list because they ready to get theirs. So all my wig drops that I've ever done, most of the people on those lists be the first shoppers that I have. Like, real shit. So yeah. But yeah, don't say nothing about me wearing this wig. But anyways, oh, and y'all see the jacket? I just keep talking. But anyways, yeah. It's only two people in the world, like literally in the world, with this jacket. Because right after I ordered my friend one, they was like, yeah, we're gonna discontinue this. So they may have the jacket, but they don't have the logo. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, let's get right into the video. Okay. So in this video, we're just basically I'm basically just gonna talk about like how I accumulated 15 different streams of income from one career. So it's really, I don't know, I just feel like I just go way off topic or I just talk too much when I do these videos. But I'm going to go way more into depth at my business brunch that I'm going to have. So my 15 streams of income are hair. I do waxes, lashes, facials. You really can count like all of that I like that stuff into one, I guess. I mean, I do, but a lot of people say no, that's different things, so you can count it separately. So let's just say my salon. Then I make the wigs. Then I get paid from Facebook. I get paid from Instagram. I get paid from TikTok. I get paid for promotions. I get paid from brand deals. I get paid when companies send me things to test, but they don't want videos. Like a lot of companies, they send stuff for different people to test before they actually like put it on the market. Then I started back making websites. I really loved making websites, but it would just be word of mouth because I do so much stuff that I didn't want people just coming to me for that. And that just really just happened out of nowhere. Like people would see my website, not the one that I have now. I'm not even done with that, but my previous websites, and they'd be like, make mine, make mine. So, okay, then after that, graphic licensing, I charge booth rent, so I make my money from that. Then rewards, investments, because I started being a big girl, y'all, and I started investing. it was like so confusing at first, but you definitely it was good that I invested in someone to actually help me with it first, and then I just got into it. Then I think that's only 14. Was that only 14 that I listed? I'm missing one. Oh, when I help other people start their business. So, oh, and ebooks. Forgot ebooks. So maybe that's 15 or 16. I don't know, y'all. I didn't even know that I had this many incomes until I'm doing a little brunch. And it's basically just so I can communicate. Yeah, that's everything. That's basically so. And then I also sell other stuff, but that's website e-commerce. We could put that like together. But I just wanted to list what could I, bring to the table. I'm asking them to come to the brunch so we all can communicate and talk with each other and share what we know. And I'm like, what do I know? Like, what gems do I have to give to these other women? So yeah, I listed that, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the where? But it's really like when you start a business, you really don't see, you see a profit, but you don't see the profit that you want. When you start a business, you want to see like close to the millions or a million. When you start a business, you just over exaggerating it. But yeah, I was like, dang, I'm really doing good. But and then, oh shoot. Then it's crazy, like, Crystal, you should know that you're doing good. Like, all your bills is on auto pay. Like, be for real. All your bills is on auto pay. I wish I could put my rent on auto pay, but she only take money orders. Like, with the. But okay. Okay. So, let's get into. Okay. All of this started with me just doing hair. A lot of these incomes, I could have did without, having to do the hair. So I went to beauty school, got my cosmetology license. Before that, I went to college and I got my business and tech degree. So a lot of it was mostly like, it really helped me coming back to it because they really just started me. I don't know about, other people that went there, but when I went there, it was like, you here, we finna put you through assimilation, all these classes except I think the only regular classes that I had to take was like science and math. I took all the other regular classes in high school. So all my classes when I got there was like strictly business and technical. So from jump, it was like, okay, we finna just pretend you starting a business. We finna throw all this at you. And I'm glad that, I went through that first. I got all that done and I have the resources that I needed. And a lot of it was for free. Like they set me up. What I really think that was most beneficial, like the software that I still have from college that I think was the most beneficial was my business plan because it's live plan, like go to liveplan.com. I think it's like $60. I don't know. Mine was free and I'm still using it, so I guess they got me like a lifetime subscription of it. I don't know. But yeah, so and then after that I went to beauty school. Going to beauty school, I didn't know that I was going to be licensed for all three things. I did not know that. Most cosmetologists don't use their license for all three things. So I actually do hair, I do waxes, I do lashes, I do facials. I know how to do nails, but I don't do nails. I know how, but I don't. So so yeah, I know how to do nails, just don't do them. So that would and it could be another stream of income. I'm thinking about it. I'm not gonna do it, but I'm thinking about it. But yeah, so that's how. Okay, that's hair. And then I'm gonna just combine, like, well, no, you really can't combine lashes with skin. I'm gonna just combine waxes and facials with skin. So hair, skin, lashes. That's how that came about. So when we'll get to other incomes later on. So let's just say, for instance, if you are in the beauty industry, and we can throw in nails. So if you happen to do any three of these professions, you don't want to rely on one stream of income, whether you do beauty or not. Any job or career that you have, you don't want to rely on one stream of income. And then what if COVID or another pandemic happens? You got to shut your shop down. A lot of people were out of money because they had to shut their shop down. It doesn't matter if you had like a savings account or anything. Nobody wants to have to go into their savings account unless they're buying something. Like, I feel like that's what a lot of people hope. That's the only reason they have to go into their savings account, when they want to like buy them something big, like treat themselves. Like when I got my car, that was like really the only time I dipped into my savings. Like, I don't want it to have to be a point where I have to close my shop down and I have to dip into my savings. So if there's no, you can't rely on one stream of income, then this may be your passion, but be for real. Do you want to be doing somebody's nails, scrubbing somebody's feet, washing somebody's face, cleaning somebody's hair? And yes, I'm describing it like that because when it get down to it and you get older, that's what it's gonna feel like. Like, dang, I'm 75 giving facials, like, or like I'm 62, like scrubbing somebody else's feet, and my back already hurt, got me bent over and stuff. But I do like how some nail techs, they have like an elevated pedicure thing. It's really cool. I bet that helps with their back. But still, when you are in business for yourself, it's no 401k. It's no retirement plan. It's no social security. You have to come up with it yourself. And a lot of people, my friend, she still work. And one of her coworkers told her, well, don't she does hair as well. She does hair really well. And one of her coworkers was like, don't quit your job, like keep it here so you can have the 401k and like all this other stuff. Like, don't keep yourself in a 9 to 5 because of the little benefits they have, because they could take that away at any time. Like when I was at Walmart, like the part-time people barely had any benefits, but they would give them full-time hours. Then later on, they cut a lot of the part-time and full-time people benefits, but what you really have to fight that. But like, really, what are you gonna do? When you get a job, you sign an agreement to agree with their terms. They don't sign an agreement to agree with your terms. So I really don't get why people complain at these jobs and talk about, well, they're supposed to do this, they're supposed to do that. They're not supposed to do nothing. They're not. You're supposed to do certain stuff because you signed a contract. I think I was one of the very few people that caught on to that. Like, and I knew I wasn't going to be working at Walmart for long. Like, that just wasn't what I wanted to do. And I had bigger things for myself. At the time, I really forgot about my dream of going to cosmetology school. And I had a job lined up for business in a whole nother state for when I was going to graduate. So I knew I wasn't going to be working there for long, and I ain't signed up for none of that stuff. No, you not finna take no money out of my check. And a lot of people, this is how I see it. I might be wrong. But a lot of people be like, well, that'll still be good, and when you leave, you can get it. But it was just so much stuff about that that I didn't understand. So if I take money from it, you know, you penalize. So I didn't want to be penalized. I didn't want none of that. I didn't even want to do that. Like, I worked at Walmart for like 2.5, 3 years. The last year, I was barely there. That was COVID. Like, yeah, I took advantage of those leaves. Like, no. So, yeah. You never want to rely on one stream of income. You don't want that to be your only stream of income, not just because a pandemic could happen, but you're getting older. Plus, you want to have time for yourself. You want to be able to go on vacation. You want to be able to have off days. So let's say, for instance, your weekly quota is $5,000. Like, and then when you go into business, you need to have quotas. You need to have goals. You just don't want to go into this aimlessly, even if you still staying at home with your parents. Ain't nothing wrong with this. Save some money. But even if you don't have any bills, you still want your business to reach certain goals, certain quotas. So if your weekly quota is $5,000, and say for instance, don't nobody need a facial that week. Don't me. Let's use me for example. If my weekly quota is $5,000 and I only get 3 people in and out that whole week, sometimes that can happen. And don't let the money go to your head. Like, I feel like the beauty industry is like the richest, besides gas. I feel like the beauty industry is the richest industry to be in. I feel like somebody be coming to my door. The beauty industry is the richest industry to be in. So you can make $5,000 in a day, but don't let that go to your head, because you can make $50 the next day. I done been there. Like, don't let that go to your head. But I never let it go to my head. I never let it. I was always humble because I was like, dang, this is what I wanted to do. Like, but anyway, say if your quota is $5,000 a week. Well, my quota is $5,000 a week. And I only get 3 people. So if I'm doing natural hair, 3 people, that's like in between 280 to like 350 if they first timers, to like 420, 440. I do math fast in my head. But if they added treatments, the first timers don't need to add treatments. But if the regulars add treatments, then yeah. But anyways, that ain't nowhere near $5,000. Like, just being for real, like, there's nowhere near $5,000. So okay, that's hair. Then I got the lashes. So, 3 lash people, that's like $300. I'm still a beginner. That's why my prices for lashes is like that. So $300. Then with the waxes, man, I hope I don't get 3 people for waxes, because it takes less than 15 minutes to do a wax. But with the waxes, that's $190. So doing all that together, that's still nowhere near $5,000. So if you want your quota to be $5,000 a week, don't up your prices. Do not up your prices. A lot of people up their prices because they try to hit their quota. Don't do that. Dropped my phone. I knew I heard her at the door. I'm glad she in my car. Oh shit. Let me see. I got some more packages. What is this, y'all? Like, for real. But anyways, don't up your prices. I see a lot of businesses, they up their prices because, yes, the girls that made that video, they was kind of right when they said, they just worded it wrong. When they said, certain people up their prices to live a certain lifestyle. Some people do. They see like all this, that, and the third, and they're not hitting their set amount of people, per week, and all this, that, and the third. Yeah, they was kind of right about that. But, when you have a business, you get into business and you set your prices because you want to live a certain way. But some people do it just based off greed. Because if you go to somebody else, they do hair out of their house. There's nothing wrong with people that do hair out of their house. Some people that do stuff at home, they have better customer service than people that are in a shop. But if you do hair at your house, and I gotta hold your baby, rock your baby to sleep. Your kids playing fetch on top of me and all this, and you was charging $50. Now you want to charge like 150, and then I gotta wait until you get done cooking your kids food. You don't even fix me a plate. Like, no, keep that at $50. But yeah, I really want to see what's in this package. What the? Oh. Okay. So, yeah, don't up your prices. If you're gonna up your prices, up your quality. Like when I came here to this shop, like that was automatic up because I got my own now. Like this is mine. You come into mine, it's more exclusive, it's more private, and a lot of people they're like, why we can't go back to like the open floor plans? A lot of customers, a lot of clients don't really like the open floor plans because a lot of people are conscious about their hair. For one, like a lot of women, they may be balding, or either they may just want to be, more relaxed and more in like a quiet setting. A lot of people, when they get their hair done, it's like self-care, so they want to relax. They don't want to have to worry about hearing the next stylist to me talk to her client about X, Y, and Z, or all the other commotion, and then it's like, different music playing. It's just too much. So that was an automatic up. And then I offer complimentary wine. Then I have food, not snacks. I got food. So, just if you're going to up your prices, I tell people this all the time because they try to up their prices because they're like, oh, well, I think it's time. And I'm like, time for what? Like, did you change something? Or then another reason to up your prices, products go up. Like it was just an inflation. So a lot of people should have expected a lot of businesses to go up. Like the prices of shampoo, the prices of lash glue, the prices of cleansers, they could have went up. And we factor in the prices of our damn. Yeah, oh, I ran out of storage. Shit. Bruh, I just do not be knowing when this stuff be cutting off. But I wish it like made a sound or said something. But yeah. Okay. So let's get back to it. So yeah, you don't want to just up your prices without upping your quantity. Like just because you like, oh, I've been charging 150 for 6 months or for a year, it's time to go up. Like I just don't feel like people should do that. It's understandable if the cost of supplies have went up, but if you haven't like learned, like you feel like your techniques have gotten better, you haven't started using different products, you still using Oxy Moist on these people hair, and you haven't started using real professional products, or if something hasn't improved, I feel like your prices shouldn't increase. So don't go that route. You need to have different incomes. So in any profession, not just beauty, like if you wash cars and if you're good at what you do, you can sell products. That can be a way. I do hair, so I sell wigs. A lot of people they walk in, and I have the wigs on display. A lot of people they walk in, and sometimes they might change their service and they might want to buy the wig, get the wig installed. So that's another, and that's really two in one. So you buy the wig from me and you want me to install it. So, and that's also how you can make like a lot of money off of one person, because that depending on how much the wig is, that can be in between like 750 or more that I done made off of one person. That's for the longer, thicker wigs. But if they want something like shorter, then I done made like $400 off of one person, or $500 off of one person. So depending on, the length and the density of the wig. Yeah. So that's a 2 for 1 right there. They walk in, they see the wig, and then they want me to install it. So that's one thing. And not only hair, like I sell lint check shirts, I do natural hair. So a lot of the clients, they want like a lint check shirt because I have a lot of consistent, I have a lot of loyals. Like they only let me do their hair, but they're not consistent. But I do have a lot of consistent clients, and they have lint check shirts. So they want to track their progress. So that's another source of money right there. And then they're getting their hair done by me anyway. So it's always going to revolve back to the base source. Like I said, you buy the wig, you get the wig installed. You buying the shirt, I'm doing your hair, and that's how you tracking your progress. Or, I sell products as well. I make my own hair oil, my own moisturizers. See that? Oh, I forgot to add it on, but it's just a lot of stuff I get money from, y'all. But anyway, so yeah, then we finna feed into the other stuff. So I have my own hair salon. Damn, I can't even pick up my phone. So I have my own hair salon, right? I have extra space, and I rent out a room. That's another source of income right there. And if you have, it really can be anything. You really don't have to have a salon to rent out the extra space. You can have like a clothing store, and if it's a room in there, I wouldn't say, rent it out to like a hairstylist, or if you have like a store, I wouldn't say rent it out to a hairstylist, a nail tech, or anybody, because legally your place has to be licensed. Like the building has to be licensed. So if that's the thing about having somebody else in there with you. If they are doing bad business, or anything happens, and if a client doesn't like the service, decides to report them, say board comes to the location, first off, if they decide to investigate further and they pull up the address and the address is not in their database, and they like, that's not a salon anyway, they pull up to your place and you sell clothes, they're gonna go through your stuff, and they're gonna be like, well, is there like at least a licensed cosmetologist or a licensed anybody that's licensed in here, to be over this person? And either way it go, if that place is not sanctioned to be a salon, or at least that room to be sanctioned to be a salon, that's over with. So you do have to, when you have tenants, whether you have a salon or if you rent it out to, what if a photographer wants their room, or if somebody just wants office space or something, you not only have to think about yourself, you have to think about them. You just can't fully be like, oh well, I just rented the room after them. Like, you can put the fine on them. Like, make sure you have a contract. Contracts are very, very important. Write it down to the T. Let them read it over. Make sure, well, I ain't gonna say make sure they understand. If they sign the contract, they are of age, they are grown. So of course they read through it. So, make sure you just have a contract and just set things aside. And if they're doing anything that they're not supposed to do in that room and something comes back, you can make them pay for it. Like, if you rent out that room, let's say to a photographer, and they ain't taking pictures back there, like they doing something else, I don't know, but they doing something else, and a fine comes back, you can give that fine to them. Like, hey, you need to pay this because that's not what I gave you that room for. So, dang, I'm all behind the mic. So you can have it set up like that. What else? So yeah, do the booth rent. So social media. Social media, that's a whole nother ballpark. You can get so much money from social media. So not just from social media itself. You can also, that's how you get your clients. Well, you can also do word of mouth. But that's a big way that people get their clientele, from social media. They see you, they like what you do, and they want to book with you. They want to come to you. So that's a good way. Then, you're posting, you get paid to make posts. Once you hit a certain amount of followers, you get paid to do anything. You get paid to post, you get paid to like, you get paid when other people comment on your stuff, when other people share your stuff. That's a whole nother thing right there. But you get paid for that. You can get paid for being on live, like views. It's all about the views. You get paid from that. And don't be discouraged if most of my videos that hit like 1,000, they really didn't grab the attention. Well, no, this is reverse. Most of my videos that hit 1,000,000 plus didn't really grab the attention of the videos that only hit 1,000. What I mean by that is a lot of companies have reached out to me mainly from the videos that hit 1,000. It's not about how many views you got, it's about who's viewing it. So I've worked with a lot of big companies. It's still some companies that I really, really, really want to work with. Like, I just love their products and I really want to work with them, but they haven't sent me, an invite yet. I really don't know how to, reach out to companies. Like, I just let them reach out to me. I mean, I get so many, like, every week I check my email and it's just so many in there, and I'm just happy these companies saw me and they want me to like promote or like test out their products. So, but yeah, by social media you can also get companies interested in working with you, and that's how brand deals come about. Well, that's how promotions come about. You can also get brand deals as well. That's like a constant relationship with a business. So basically you kind of become like their brand ambassador in a way. But when you're testing out their products and stuff, that's another way. So what I was going to say before was like licensing. So if your content goes viral, and I don't mean like 200K or like all this other stuff, like that's not viral. Like if it ain't hit 1,000,000, to me, it's not viral. Like if people, like a lot of people are not talking about it, even if your video hit 1,000,000, it could just hit 1,000,000, but ain't nobody talking about it. Like I feel like the stuff that is actually being talked about and people like know about it, to me, that's viral. But so if your video hits like that type of traction, you want to license it, because then a lot of people finna get to sharing it because they finna hop off on your clout. So I got this one video, and that video is everywhere. It's hair. It was like a lint check video, and it's like at 10 million. So is it 10 million is hair, and even like food pages was sharing it. And I didn't know at the time about licensing, because like a lot of people, for some reason, I think it was something in that video, like something just attracted people. I don't know. But I'm just like, why is it on a cooking page? It was like on a furniture page. Like everybody was using my video, but I knew nothing about licensing at the time. Like y'all, I could have got some serious money, not just from like my pages, but from other people's pages. Like I could have got some serious money. So now I know, and now I license my content so I can get paid. Then, so now we're finna get into rewards. So basically what I mean about that with rewards is really simple. Anybody can do this, because, if you got a credit card, and I have like a lot of different credit cards from a lot of different companies, and I really suggest Chase. I do. I really suggest Chase, because the rewards, they really there. Like, and they really show. I have Capital One. I spend so much money, and my rewards with Capital One just suck. Like, not from the places that you can go and save money, or like the discounts that you can get. You know, when you spend so much and you earn these points, like the points, so the points can go to money. And then I have one with Navy Fed. I have one with Amex, American Express, uh, Apple. Okay, Apple. I really like Apples because I like they cash back. I think that's their only reward with Apple is just the cash back. I ain't complaining. That's what I want anyway. But yeah, I do not be knowing when this stuff be cutting off. But yeah, I really wish I knew what is cut out. But I'ma just start just keeping the audio and just put lost files on the video. But yeah, so yeah, Apple, they do cash back. So I got a couple of Chase. I got Capital One, Amex, Navy Fed, Apple. I think I said Apple already. I got one from Best Buy, and that one is with dang, I forgot what company that one with. Citibank or something. I don't know. I really just used the Best Buy one to get my camera like years ago, and I paid it off. It was only like $500, but and I ain't never used that card again. It really don't report. So when my other cards they hit like a blank balance, they up my credit limit and then my credit score ups. Best Buy never did that. Like they like, oh, this girl just wanted this camera and now she done with us. So yeah, Best Buy never did that. So yeah. Um Dang, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, rewards. Yeah, Chase, I really see the money. Like when I spend money with my Chase cards, I see the money like back. So yeah, I would recommend Chase all the way. They also it's a lot of cards that do this actually. Like your first 14, 16 months is no interest. Basically meaning whatever you spend, that's whatever you have to pay back. Take advantage of that while you can, but after that you need to be on it. But yeah, so rewards, because when I say I spend, y'all. So my rewards be in the thousands with Chase. The other banks, I mean, Apple, like I said, Apple is cool. So as soon as you spend something, you get like, in my case, it popped right into my Apple Cash. Dang, am I out of storage or something? Whew, y'all, like this. I need a memory chip that's bigger than 256 gigabytes. But yeah, so back to what I was saying. Yeah, as soon as I spend money with Apple, it give it right back. So I think they all do that, but Apple's it converts to actual cash rather than points. So yeah, rewards that can be a way like don't I really do I'm gonna get comfortable. But I really do prefer grants and loans over credit cards. But don't be too hesitant to not get a credit card because they do have some benefits. Just read. Like that's all you gotta do. Just read. Okay, what's the benefits with Chase Freedom Unlimited? What's the benefits with this Amex? You know what I'm saying? And my Amex, it did have like a lot of benefits like behind it, but with the cash back, it really doesn't. So, Amex ended up giving me a loan. They just kept inviting me, but I never did it because when you get like all this stuff in the mail and they like, oh, you pre-approved, and you try and apply and you not pre-approved. And I also have like a bank account with them as well. I didn't know you had to get invited with it. I just be clicking stuff. Like when I get into like something like that, I just get clicking stuff. Well, I ain't gonna say I just was clicking stuff, but I'm reaping the benefits. I'm reaping the benefits. Okay. So graphic designs. Um, I guess I could say that stemmed from me doing hair as well, because when you starting a business, you're on a budget, and then you know how you want your stuff to go. It's really nobody that's like around here that's creative, because when first starting out, you really reach out to people locally, and there wasn't really anybody around me like locally that was actually creative, and I didn't want to waste my money. So I just, and then I'm creative myself, so I just started doing my own little work, and it was good for the time, and actually like a lot of people was liking it, and I'm like, oh, y'all for real? Like, I just was using this to get by until later on when I can afford to actually pay a real graphic designer. So starting to do other people graphics or whatever, it made me better, and I started liking my logo. The first logo I had was like a splash logo. I still like that logo, but it's just all over the place. And now I have this one. Oh, now I have this one, and it's simple and to the point, and it's more like classy. So, but I like both of them, so I keep both of them. I actually have this one trademarked. So, yeah. So yeah, that opened the door for me to do other people's graphics, not only logos, but I make like flyers and all this other stuff. And yeah, cause I do my own, like I do my own flyers, I did my own logos, I do my own videos, editing. I need to actually just sit down and actually fully edit videos, instead of just uploading them, cutting out what I don't want in, adding audio, and then boom, upload. I need to get back to how I used to be and actually do with the transitions, picture in picture, and like all this other stuff. I just know people will start contacting me for that, but right now that's just too much. So yeah, logos, flyers, websites, like all graphics, I get paid from that. I have ebooks on my website. So that's also another thing that any business could do. Like a lot of people, they are repetitive. They ask you all the time, like, how do you do this? How do you do that? And it just gets to a point where it's so redundant and you get tired of repeating yourself. So I have ebooks on my website. I have one free ebook, and I have one ebook that you have to pay for, and it's about branding. It's about how to start your business as well, finding your business. It also has information on how to make connections, network, how to build your narrative, build your audience. Like all this stuff is filled with a lot of information. And right now it's $35. So yeah, I get paid from the ebooks. Yeah, I get paid from a lot of stuff. This video is definitely gonna have to be a two-parter as well, because YouTube, it won't let me be great uploading long videos. So, and I really do want to start just uploading longer videos, but I guess that's best for now until I get better with my editing. But yeah, so what else I said I get paid from? Oh, investments. I can't really get into depth on the investments, but anybody can do the investments. Make sure you find you an agent. So, especially like if you're new to this, definitely need you an agent so you can, do the whole Wall Street thing, or you can also just invest in okay, I'm not gonna say that's quick money, but I'm gonna say it's quicker than investing in someone else or some business. So, say for instance, if somebody has an idea, or if they have already got the idea going, they just need a little bit more funding, and you want to invest in it and help it because you see it has the potential. You can also do that as well. So But make sure, y'all got a contract going on, because they could just take your money and run off with it. Like, it's a lot of he say, she say, and then you probably going to spend way too much money in court trying to get back the money that you got to give your lawyer, got to pay court fees. Like, it's just, it's too much. It's too much. So make sure you got all the logistics and you've actually studied their company. And sometimes with that, you might have to be a little bit more hands-on and actually help them out, like push them, because a lot of people, you can give them the recipe, the ingredients, the pot, the pan, the stove, they'll still want you to cook it. So yeah, make sure you do your research on that. But yeah, I gotta go buy another SD card. I got about 10 SD cards, but that just shows me I need to edit these videos a little bit faster so I can get them off of my camera. So this was just part one. Y'all stay part two. Y'all stay tuned for part two. We finna build our incomes. Y'all see how easy it is and how easy it was for me to just turn one career, one passion, one profession into multiple, like 10 plus. You can use, if you're in the beauty field, you can do this as well. Or if you're in any other field, you can do this as well, because only like 3 or 4 of my incomes was strictly beauty. But the rest, like, anybody can do that. So all you have to do, make sure y'all need to have y'all pen and paper when y'all watching my videos. Y'all need to take these notes for real. But yeah, it's really easy to like flip your money, and it doesn't matter if you have a serious passion for your career right now. You always want something to fall back on. You always need a retirement plan, because if you start selling stuff or renting stuff out, or even if you are doing investments or whatever, you can hire workers. Yes, that is money, but those workers are going to be encouraged by their paycheck. So you paying them, so they're going to be encouraged to work. So they're going to be putting in more work, more work. So you're going to be getting your money back, and you're going to have enough money to pay them as well, because you're going to have more labor. So that's going to give you more of a chance to do what you need to do. And also, you want to take these vacations and make sure you're hiring people that are trustworthy, or just have certain things lined into place. That's where contracts come back into place. I talk about this a lot in my So You Want to Start a Business ebook. I give a lot of information on what you actually need, the people that you actually need. It's not always about what you know, but who you know. You need certain people in your corner when having a business. But let me stop talking. I keep saying. This part one, y'all. Y'all gotta come back for part two.